Hey Virgo, let's see what's going on in your love life. This is a tarot love reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Virgo romantically. Please keep in mind, Virgo, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate, and you're always welcome to take what works and leave the rest. So we're jumping right into it today, my lovely Virgo, and we're going to see what could be coming toward you in love. First message coming out today for Virgo, we have got the Ace of Cups. This is a really good card to get in a love reading. It's about a brand new beginning when it comes to love. If you're single, this could totally be new love coming in, Virgo. If you're in a relationship, there could be a deeper emotional connection that the two of you are developing right now. Maybe you're learning more about each other. Maybe the relationship is getting more serious and more committed. So that's a really good card. Let's see where this goes. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Virgo. Ooh, I love it. I love this so much, Virgo. Second card coming out is the Queen of Cups. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So maybe you're dealing with a water sign romantically. But this is someone who's got a lot of love for you, Virgo. It definitely tells me that somebody is either in love with you or falling in love with you. Like if you're single, these are two really good cards to have, Virgo. It's like new love is here, okay? And if you're with somebody, I just think they're head over heels in love with you and they're falling even more in love with you every single day. So that's really beautiful. Let's get one more card for the overall energy today, please. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. Oh, interesting. So Seven of Wands is always an interesting card, you guys, because we can look at it a couple of different ways. So the first thing with the Seven of Wands, it can be a very protective energy. So it can indicate that the person who you're involved with is very protective of you. They want to protect the relationship. They want to defend the relationship. Sometimes this can even show up when other people are maybe questioning our relationship and we have to kind of defend ourselves. So maybe, and take it or leave it, this isn't for everybody, Virgo, maybe for some of you there is a little bit of interference, maybe there is somebody who's meddling in the relationship. The Seven of Wands indicates that this is a really good time for the two of you to just stay united in your connection. Don't let other people or third parties kind of interfere with whatever it is that's going on. I think it's just important to stay protective of each other and to really prioritize the connection. Now, the other message that came through is actually a really good message. The message that came through was like, whoever you're involved with, I think maybe this is somebody who's had walls up and somebody who's been protecting their heart for a while. I think what is happening here, Virgo, is that it's almost as if they're starting to, love again, like learn to love again through the connection. This could be somebody where they've been very emotionally guarded, but it's like they can't deny how they're feeling for you. And they're starting to like bring down those walls. So I could also see a situation right now where you've been dealing with someone romantically where maybe at first when you connect, they are a bit guarded and you can tell they're a little bit more hesitant and they've got a bit of a wall up. But as the two of you start to connect, I think they can't help it. They fall for you and they start to bring down that wall and they start to become a lot more open emotionally. So what I'm sensing here is a connection where it almost feels like the two of you are creating safety within the relationship where both of you can maybe open up and be vulnerable and you can bring down those walls if that connects with you, right? So that feels really good. Here's what we're going to do for the rest of the reading. We're going to look more at this person. We're going to look more at you. So we're going to look at their overall energy, what they might be feeling, what actions they might be taking. I will look at the same thing for you, Virgo, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. So let's get into it. Tell me about this person who is here for Virgo, please. First card coming out is the Three of Wands, which is lovely. Three of Wands is a really good indicator of somebody who's thinking ahead and imagining a future with you. They're looking out on the horizon here, Virgo, and they're thinking not just about today, but they're thinking about tomorrow and the day after that. And, 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. I think this person has a long-term vision for the connection between the two of you. So that's really beautiful. Tell me more about their energy, the Five of Wands, okay? So Five of Wands can indicate some sort of conflict. I do think that I am getting a little bit of like the words that are coming to mind are hard exterior. I don't know that I've ever said those words on my channel, Virgo, but that's what's coming to mind. Like a person who has a bit of a hard exterior and they keep their emotions really close to their chest and it's hard for them to open up emotionally and they're like this very, like strong energy, like unbreakable kind of energy. But below the surface, there are a lot of emotions, but they present to the world as very like strong and unaffected. Does that make sense, you guys? And I feel like that kind of fits with what we saw with the Seven of Wands, where I'm like, this might be somebody where when they meet you, Virgo, it ends up creating like an inner conflict for them because maybe they've been moving through the world, they've had this shield up, they've been protecting themselves, they've got this like hard exterior where they're like, nothing can, get in my way, nothing can bother me. And then they meet you and then you cause them to have all these feelings and they're like, what the heck? Like, you've suddenly got them in their feelings and they never expected that. So I do see a little bit of an internal conflict here. My sense, Virgo, is that you're really encouraging this person to get out of their comfort zone, right? Like in the best way. It's like, I just think I just keep getting hard exterior, maybe closed off a bit when it comes to love, but all of that changes when it comes to you. Tell me more. And then we've got the Six of Wands. Okay. But at the end of the day, I do think that they can't deny the fact that they see something really special between the two of you. This is a card of victory and success. This person definitely sees things moving forward with you, Virgo. And I think it's because it's like, I'm getting like you've found your way, you've like weaved your way into their heart. And they maybe didn't expect it, but now that you're there, it feels really good. We're also getting a fair amount of fire energy. Like every card that I've pulled for your person so far is fire energy. So maybe some of you guys are dealing with a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius potentially. So let's look at what your person could be feeling right now. Nine of Swords. Oh, super anxious, super up in their head. I think you're making them feel all the feelings. And it's going to be a little bit overwhelming for them initially, okay? This is not like a bad thing, but I hope I'm conveying this correctly. Like, I just think this is someone who, like, the kind of person where you're like, nothing affects them, they don't get emotional, and you're like, do they have feelings? Like, why are they so steady? But like, there is a lot of emotion going on below the surface. They just need like the right person to allow them to tap into that emotional side and be vulnerable. And I really just feel like you're doing that for them, Virgo, but it feels scary, right? Because if they've been like guarding their heart and having this shield up, there's probably a really good reason for it. And now it's like you're knocking down those walls and they're like feeling all the feelings, and it's probably a lot. I think like there's really good moments, but also it feels scary to them too, because I don't know, if they've been like protecting themselves, it can be hard to open up and be vulnerable with someone. What else could they be feeling? The Ace of Wands, okay. More fire, more passion. I think they very clearly are attracted to you, Virgo. I also think that this is someone who is maybe more comfortable expressing and showing like the physical side of love, the chemistry, the desire, the passion. But again, it's like the emotional side, I don't think they let a lot of people in except you. You know what I mean? It's very interesting energy to me. They're definitely attracted to you, and I think they lean into that a lot when it comes to love. But I think you're looking at it and you're approaching them and you're like, it's not just about the passion, it's about the heart connection. And you're really encouraging them to get into their heart. Okay, tell me more about what they could be feeling. Yeah, the High Priestess. They feel something really good with you, Virgo. This is often an indicator of a soul connection. It really just feels like your person is not going to be able to deny how they feel about you, okay? As much as they've maybe been saying, I'm never gonna fall in love, I'm gonna protect myself, I think all of that goes out the window when they meet you, honestly, okay? They obviously have very, very strong feelings for you. So let's see what actions they could be taking. Knight of Pentacles, okay? Knight of Pentacles is moving a little bit slower. I think that's okay, in my opinion. Take it or leave it. I think the way, based on what I see in the tarot, the way that you might have to navigate this is that things could be a little bit slower at the start. I don't think that's a bad thing. They might, move a little bit slower because we saw that guarded type of energy, right? But I think just give them a little bit of time, and I think they'll be opening up to you. Don't be thrown off if things move a little bit slower initially. That's what I feel. What other actions could they be taking? That's actually super ironic to have the Knight of Pentacles followed by the Eight of Wands. The reason I'm kind of chuckling here, Virgo, is because they're such different energies. Knight of Pentacles is like super slow moving, and then Eight of Wands is like literally such a fast moving energy. It's kind of wild. So here's the thing. Maybe initially they move a little bit slower, but like I said, Virgo, the big message I'm getting here is that you're like affecting them in a way that not many people can. I think I keep getting the message you got into their heart, and now that you're there, they can't deny it. And I think as soon as they really acknowledge that for themselves and they acknowledge the love and they acknowledge the connection, even if things start out moving a little bit slower, they're gonna pick up speed like so quickly here. All right, let's get one more card about what actions they could be taking, please. The Magician, okay? It's kind of, I'm getting a couple of interesting messages here. The Magician is a card of manifestation, but it is a little bit of a card of like hiding as well. So, you know, I think what you might see here with your person, just so you can be aware of this if it happens, Virgo, there might be moments where they open up and then it feels a little bit scary to them to be vulnerable, and then they pull back a little bit, right? And they kind of hide a little bit from their feelings, but then they come around and they open up again. I could see that happening with this person because I think it is really a process for them to get comfortable being in their feelings. And I just feel like they've been protecting themselves for a long time, and it's like you've changed everything. And the other thing too, like if you go back and you kind of watch the reading from when I started to pull the cards for your person, there's actually no cups showing up for your person, right? And that kind of fits where I'm like, they're this stoic, like hard exterior kind of person. They don't let people see their feelings. We do see that echoed in the energy that I pulled for them, but I think you're the one who's really getting in there, right? And bringing down those walls, and they can't deny it. And I think they can't stop it. They can't deny the fact that they're falling in love with you, okay? So let's see what's up with Virgo. Let's look at your overall energy. Eight of Pentacles, lovely. Eight of Pentacles is just like investing in this relationship and putting in the work to make it work, right? I think you see something really good. I think you see the potential with this person where a lot of people maybe didn't, right? You see past the hard exterior. Tell me more, please. Ooh, and then we've got the Devil, okay? So the Devil is always an indicator to just be a little bit careful because it can indicate something unhealthy going on. But like, honestly, I think we know what that is. We've talked about how your person may have this shield up. And so I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles beside the Devil, it's like you're working hard to deal with anything that doesn't serve the relationship, right? Like for a relationship to be successful, I think most of us would agree that there has to be that ability to connect emotionally and share feelings. And so you know that your person needs to bring down those walls. And so I think you're kind of you're putting in the effort, right? To support them, to show up, and to create a safe space for them, because that's going to allow you guys to deal with any sort of issues. Like it's not going to be healthy if they have a wall up and they're emotionally unavailable. So I think that's what you're trying to like tackle and to show them like you can show up, you can be vulnerable with me, you can be emotional, and I can hold space for that. Tell me more, please. And then the Sun, yeah. I do think you guys have a lot of fun together. I do think there's a lot of happiness. I do think that I also feel like I really feel a very, 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 very protective energy that they have for you, Virgo. So in an interesting way, it's like you're going to create that safety for them to open up emotionally, but you're getting that safety back. Like you're going to feel so protected by this person. So it's like both of you are actually creating that safety in the connection. Let's see what Virgo could be feeling. King of Pentacles, I love that, which is your energy. Don't worry about the gender, but the King of Pentacles is just an energy of someone who's very stable, very grounded. I think you know how you feel, and you're like, I'm unshakable. Nothing's going to change that. What else could Virgo be feeling? The Lovers, you love them. Yeah. I mean, you really do love them. I keep getting the message now as I look at your energy that you're seeing the potential that other people didn't see. That's the message that keeps coming to mind. It's like you are giving them a chance and you're going to reap the rewards of that. That's the message that's kind of intuitively coming up, right? Tell me more, please, about what you could be feeling. The Six of Pentacles, yeah. I think you're just trying to give to this relationship, and ultimately it's about finding that balance of give and take, right? It's about them starting to open up in a way that brings the relationship into a greater sense of balance, and the two of you just continuing to build that connection. So let's see what actions Virgo could be taking. The Nine of Cups, okay? I think you're just trying to take steps to move this relationship in a really good direction. The Nine of Cups is like wishes coming true, dreams being fulfilled. I don't know. There's something very sweet about this connection here. Tell me more about what actions Virgo could be taking. The Hermit, which is your energy. So it's kind of like doing some soul searching. I think you're very introspective. I think you're very thoughtful. I think part of the reason you're probably taking a chance on this person is because you can see here that there is the potential, right? Because I keep saying to you, like, you're seeing the potential where other people haven't. And I think that's because you go a little bit deeper. You don't just look at everything from the surface level. I think that this Hermit is really saying, like, you're super introspective, you're super reflective. And that's why you're seeing something here that maybe other people missed, because you're looking beyond the surface of how they present. And like I said, I think this is someone who can be maybe a little hard exterior, a little rough around the edges maybe, but you see past that. You see the emotion and the love there, and you give them a chance maybe where other people did not. What other actions could Virgo be taking, please? The Emperor, yeah. I honestly think you're just confident in this connection and just continuing to be confident, right? Yeah, I kind of like this. So let's see what the potential outcome is here. What is the potential outcome in this situation? The Death card. Oh, that's interesting. That card's not about like literal death. It's about like an ending that leads to a new beginning. Tell me more about what the potential outcome is here. Ace of Swords, yeah. Tell me what the potential outcome is here. Knight of Wands. You guys are gonna be fine, okay? To me, the Death card is a super transformative energy. And what I think is that you're transforming each other's lives, okay? I think your person has been living life very guarded, very shut down. And now that they've met you, everything's gonna be changing. It's kind of like a death to their old way of being, right? Because what we've seen is somebody who's maybe been moving through the world very guarded, very scared. You know, outwardly, they present this very strong image, but they've also put up a shield that's closed people out. You're bringing down that shield, and it's like, they can no longer hide behind it. That's the death of the old ways, you know? It's like you're transforming that. And what's happening is that it's leading to this like wake up call with that Ace of Swords for your person, where they're starting to be like, you know what? I can't deny this. I can't deny this connection. I want to be with Virgo. It's an opportunity for you guys to start to have like this brand new energy in your relationship. Both the Death card and the Ace of Swords have a beautiful element of like a new beginning, a fresh start. And then we've got that Knight of Wands, which is just, honestly, I think it's the two of you charging forward in your connection, falling more in love, and really just enjoying every moment of it. I keep wanting to say, like, I just really like this energy. And it feels like you were the right person, right? Like, I don't know, there's something here that feels almost like it was meant to be. Like, both of you bring out something in the other person that other people have not been able to do. And that's what makes the connection very special. So in a way, it just feels like a really lovely thing that the two of you have connected. And I think it's a very transformative relationship for both of you. And it looks like things are going to be heating up and charging forward. Okay. So that's what I see for you, Virgo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And of course, you know, I wish you so much love and so much happiness. And we'll be talking again very, very soon. Bye, Virgo.